Hi guys, it's Sunny again. Here's week 2 of the 100 Days of Comics challenge. I decided I would do more commentary stuffs because I felt like an almost 20-minute video of just music would be kind of weird. So I've kind of thought of potential video topics and I'm writing them down as I go because if there's gonna be so many weeks of this challenge, then I might as well talk about something that means to me. So the three things I've written down so far is why I make comics, art as a career, and the My Little Pony movie. And I feel like because it's so fresh in my brain right now, I'm going to talk about the My Little Pony movie, the most recent one, not Equestria Girls. Equestria Girls sucked. And so I'm going to talk about the My Little Pony movie. So what I thought about it was that it was really, really good. It was so good. It was so pretty. It was so well animated. You could tell these people worked on this movie really hard. And I don't know, it just means so much to me that there's something like this for My Little Pony. And comparing Equestria Girls to the My Little Pony movie, that's such a big leap, even though Equestria Girls was released quite a few years ago, um the animation was just so fluid and was so pretty, and it was just so nice, and the characters designs were cool, they were bright and colorful, the colors were great, and everything looked so solid. It looked so good. And I know it wasn't the original style of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series, but it still stayed within that range, that kind of style, but pushing it a little more, because the style of the movie, it's so much more vibrant, so much prettier, and it's just so good, and it means so much to me. And I almost saw that movie in theaters, and I regret not, because I would have cried, and I cried almost 3 times watching it with my friends on Rabbit, and I don't know, it's just so good. And I think it was done pretty well, in terms of character, because in spoilers for the My Little Pony movie, but during the part where they're with Capper the cat, Capper Dapper Paws, Twilight, she's seen kind of snooping around his house, and she sees a book, or I think the map of where the hippogriffs are, and that's kind of one sign of if you didn't know who Twilight Sparkle was, that she's kind of someone who snoops around. um so that was kind of one thing. And then when she gets to the hippogriffs, when the main six and Spike, they get to the hippogriffs, she goes for the pearl. So I feel even though that's I don't know if that was meant to be some sort of way to plant things in the story, but I just feel that was something I noticed, at least. And it's just so good. And the songs, is what gets me. As soon as that first song started, the We Got This song, I almost started crying, and it reminded me of when I watched Moana with my cousins. And because when that first song in Moana came on, I just started bawling, in the theaters, just full on crying, because it was just well, for Moana, it was because I'm Filipino, and even though Moana isn't a Filipino thing, the culture and just the way the people looked were it just meant so much to me, because there wasn't a Disney princess or a Disney movie that I felt I could relate with, and then suddenly there was, with this beautiful island thing, and the colors were beautiful, the animation was beautiful. It was just a really cool movie with music and visual representations of these of this culture. And I think that's why I cried during Moana, other than the grandma parts. And so with the My Little Pony movie, it's really weird because um being an internet person, I was like a brony for a period of time, and that was weird. And then I started to grow out of it. And so that was around like 2013, 2010, 2012 or whatever. That was like season 3, season 4, season 5. It was around, yeah, I think that was when. So I was a really early brony as like a 10, 12, 13-year old. And so just seeing the movie and seeing all these characters and seeing these new characters, that just like meant a whole lot to me. Like I almost cried. And I think I would have if I could, if I was more like immersed in the movie. But I don't know. That it's just a really good movie, and like even if you're not a fan of My Little Pony or like you used to be, please watch it. It's just so good. Like even if you don't like the story is not the most amazing thing, but the animation is so good, the art is so good. I want to get the art book. I might, because just seeing how the actual movie looked, it was like I want it. But yeah, the My Little Pony movie is just so good. I can't explain like how much I love about it. And then the new characters, Solano, Tempest, Capper, the princess, the hippogriffs, they're so good. And just like the hinting at Applejack's and Rainbow Dash's relationship. Like I don't ship My Little Pony at all. Like none of the characters, but I'm like, it's whatever. So, but like just seeing that, like, I just feel like the creators were like, oh, here's some lesbians, especially Solano. She was, so, and her boat was rainbow, and that song Rainbow Dash sang, that was so good. And Tempest's song, that was so good. Like comparing that one song. Sorry about that. My mom called me to do something. But anyways, as I was saying about Tempest's song was so good. Comparing that song to any of the other songs from like the entire My Little Pony Friendship is Magic franchise, it's such a stark contrast, but it's so good. And I feel like they needed that in the movie, because Tempest is a complete foil of Twilight. I feel, and I feel like it's so good. And I don't know, it really showed the value of friendship, since that's the whole what the whole show was about. But I feel like, I don't know, it just showed how a real redemption, I feel like. I don't know, but just that thing with Pinkie Pie and like when they were fighting, and then that's how Twilight got kidnapped. I don't know. I just really like this movie and how it was done, and like I couldn't be happier with this movie being like a really old brony, and I don't know. It's just something about it makes me feel really good, and it makes me really happy to see it, especially that ending with Twilight and Tempest. There's no heterosexual explanation for those two. Absolutely none. And I don't know. Just that was my week. Thinking about the My Little Pony movie, thinking about My Little Pony again, and also that new Sonic character, Tangle or something. I think that's her name. Yeah, Tangle the lemur. She's so good. I've seen so much art of her. She's so cute, and I love her, and she's good. But anyway, sorry about that tangent. I don't really have a lot to say, but just like that My Little Pony movie made me really happy, being an old brony, I guess. And it kind of revived my love for the show. And I recently tried to start watching season 7. I need to catch up on a lot, but I'm gonna see if I could just try to like speed through season 6 and get to season 7 before the end of it. But coming from someone who watched the show around like season 4, season 5, I guess, it's really weird to see how not Twilight, Celestia has grown as a character. She has a lot more personality, she definitely has, I don't know, I feel like the creators have become more aware of her as a character and like the influence of the fandom on that character, because she's became kind of a jokester, as like the fandom is with Celestia and whoever, and Luna. And I feel like, yeah, definitely the creators started becoming more hyper aware of the fandom, the Brony community. And that's why they included so many like hintings at different things in the show and in the movie especially. And I don't know, it's good to see how much the show has developed, and how much I don't know, just how much they've developed. And I don't know. I don't know where they could go from here, being that the Crusaders have already gotten their cutie marks, Twilight's already a princess, and like, where are they going with this whole friendship map thing, and like, why doesn't Spike have wings? And I don't know. I feel like they've introduced a lot, and I don't know if that is Lauren Faust's, how she saw this show, but I don't know where they're gonna go from here. And I feel like if they're gonna have so much filler, why are you gonna continue the show, honestly? I know that sounds kind of bad, but like, I don't know. I don't have like too many opinions, but I don't know. It's just like there's so much integrated already into the show. Like, Twilight has already become a princess, so what now? Like, it's obvious she might become the successor of Celestia or Luna or something like that, but you could definitely tell that Twilight's getting taller than the other girls and the other mares. I don't know. I don't. Anyways, but yeah, that's kind of my take on it. But it's just really exciting to see something I was a fan of for such a long time become something really cool, and see the potential in the show, and just everything about it is super cool. And I don't know, if they could do this kind of movie, I'm excited to see what they could do next. Yeah. So, I have like 6 minutes to go for commentary. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know. How are you guys? I don't have a lot of viewers, I know, so a lot of these people might be my friends. Hi. I feel like I should save the deeper topics for when I have more time to speak, like a next video. I'll spend the whole 20 minutes or so, more or less, talking about why I make comics, but I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. So yeah. What's another moment from the movie? It's kind of furry bait. We were kind of talking about it. Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about it or what to say about the movie, because that's all I had to say, even though I really love this movie. Like, I definitely am super ecstatic that I watched the movie and saw it, and it's beautiful and amazing. But yeah, maybe I should talk about something. I don't know. Yeah. I might just leave this commentary like it is, and I'll try to work on something else. But yeah, I don't know. I might just let the video go on from now, because I'm like 14 minutes right now. Yeah, exactly 14 minutes. So I'm just gonna let you watch the rest of the video, no commentary. You don't have to hear me talk about My Little Pony or anything. Just listen to the chill ass grooves and watch me draw this comic. And it's really exciting because I'm starting the comic now, and I'm hoping to get it out February, maybe. But that's the plan. And I hope you enjoy seeing me struggle, but like work things out. Yeah. Thank you.